Hi viewers, this is Dr. Gunamani Jana and we are watching video on how to start writing research papers from the scratch. Actually, this is the need of the hour because it is not only that you have to improve your profile, the institution and the organizations where we are working, they also putting a lot of pressure for writing research papers. But most of the freshers, they actually do not know how to start writing the research paper starting from the scratch. So this is my profile and we move to the actual research. Let us have an idea about what is this research. Then gradually we'll move how do you start writing the research paper. Research, as we know, it is a culture and a research environment is required to strengthen it. So we need an environment, otherwise we cannot do the research properly. Then what do we mean by a culture? Culture is a way of life of a group of people, the behavior, the belief, values, and symbols that they accept generally without thinking about them and that are passed along by communication and imitations from one generation to next. And in specific, we understand culture is the sum of total considered to be the tradition of people they practice and are transmitted from generation to generation. So these are the general concept. But if you do a research, what will be the output of the research? See, definitely the output will be research publications is the minimum thing, or you can go for a patent, or you can go for some product, whatever things are there. Here, immediately we think about the referred journal publications. We are having four type of papers. You can see here. One is a short paper, or we call it as the letters. It is consisting 4 pages. Another is the regular paper that is consisting of minimum 6 pages, and the review papers. And this referred journal, it is a reputed journal where manuscripts are accepted for publication by a panel of expert referees in that particular field. Right. So this is clear about the referred journal publications. Now, when I'm talking about a conference, then there must be short papers for the conference, and there can be also short papers for the journal. Okay, what is the conference short papers? So this conference short papers commonly ranges from 2 to 4 pages, and this is excluding the references. Remember, and typically it includes an abstract, a focused discussion, and also some concise result. These are the things we badly need. Then coming to a journal short papers, it is often limited to 1500 to 2500 words, including figures and also some references. Everything. Then it is used for preliminary findings, initial finding, whatever things are there, some case studies or some concise analysis. These are the things we put it in the journal short papers. Then let us elaborate what about these referred journals. A referred journal, often we call it as a peer-reviewed journal. So this is an academic publication where submitted research articles are evaluated and critiqued by independent experts, what we call it as the peers, in the same field before the actual publications. And this process, it ensures the quality, accuracy, and the reliability of the research, right? So these are things, the general things we have to remember in our mind. And how to identify referred journals. So because I am telling that the person has to start from the scratch without knowing much about that one. So we can check for peer reviewed level, just look for a statement in a journal's description, or we can get it from these databases, search in the platform like PubMed and Scopus, Link, Jester, and Willy Online Library. Here also some specific domain or some title we can search and we can get these things, right? Then what are the examples of referred journals? So we are having different fields like medicine, science, engineering, social science, and business. In medicine, we are having the referred journals like the Lancet, the New England Journal of Medicine, NEJM. In science, we are having the Nature and also the Science. These are things it is very famous, all of us know. Then in engineering, we are having some IEEE transactions on so many domain and areas. And I'll say, for example, on robotics, then Journal of Mechanical Engineering Science. Then in social sciences, we are having American Journal of Sociology and Journal of Political Science. These are the referred journal in the political science. Similarly, in the business, we are having the Harvard Business Review, Journal of Marketing Research. So these are the some of the examples of the referred journal. Then what is the process that involved in our peer review process? See, these are the manuscripts that are reviewed by scholars or experts to assess their validity, originality, and also the significance. These three things are important for these things, right? Then, how do you choose a topic? See, pick a subject that interests us and fits to the scope of our assignment. That is the first thing. What exactly we want to work on cloud computing, work on machine learning algorithms, we want to work on some applications. What is your choice? What is your interest? Based on that, you pick up a subject. They narrow down to a specific questions or focus, right? What exactly you want? Say, I want the Parkinson disease detection using machine learning algorithm. That you narrow down your search instead of a broad area machine learning. You go and ensure there is enough research material before available to you before you proceed for this choosing a topic. Then the question comes, suppose you decided the topic, what will be the length or what is the length of the title? See, a good topic should be specific enough to be manageable, but broad enough to allow sufficient research and discussion. So then what is the meaning of these things? Try to understand. Too broad and too narrow and a balanced example. For example, I say, I choose a topic like climate change. This could encompass a vast range of issues and would be too difficult to cover in one paper. In 6 pages, 8 pages, you cannot cover the entire climate change. But when you go for the too narrow, so this is too broad, you understand? In the too narrow, the impact of carbon emission for a particular company or factory in 2025 is limited to a very limited sphere. And this might limit the availability of sources or discussion points, right? Then what is a balanced example? Say the role of renewable energy in combating climate change in urban areas. So it is a balanced one where you can cover it. So your length of title should be decided based on that. So you have to go for a balanced example, right? Then preferably 8 to 10 words is a fine for a topic, right? So now come to the how do you start these things actually? We before going for a research, we conduct a preliminary research. What is that? Use credible sources such as academic journals, books, and reputable websites. From this, you can collect the materials or all the things. Okay, and take notes and organize our findings there. Then we identify the gaps. Don't copy and just put as it is and all things. Identify the gap. What is the things done? What are the things yet to be done? And what is the key arguments? What you want to improve and where you want to improve? And also the supporting evidences for that one. So this the preliminary survey or the we can conduct the preliminary research before going for this actual research. Then what should be the paper length? You see, based on the length, we have divided the papers into three categories. One is a short paper, one is a medium paper, and third one is a long paper. See, if it is 3 to 5 pages and it is focused on a specific questions, event, or case study, for example, the effectiveness of recycling programs in reducing plastic waste in the New York City. So this can be a short paper. So it can contain 3 to 5 pages. So specific questions because I'm focusing on only New York City and also the recycling of plastic waste, etc. Whatever things there. Then coming to a medium paper, it can be 6 to 15 pages. It discuss a slightly broader topic that includes multiple aspects of perspective like the impact of social media on political mobilizations during elections. So it cannot be narrowed down to a particular city of New York. The entire globe comes under that one. Then while you are going for a long paper, it can have 15 plus pages. It explores complex multidimensional topics with room for deep analysis. For example, the influence of artificial intelligence on modern healthcare practices, the opportunity and challenges. You can see. So here it is not confined to a city and it is not confined to a community and the region. So it has a greater opportunity here and greater dimensions covered, right? So like that, how do you select one abstract? How do you start writing an abstract? See, writing an effective abstract is crucial because it provides a concise summary of our research or paper, whatever things are there, and it helps the readers quickly understand the purpose, the methods, results, and significance. Here, are the key guidelines for writing an abstract. What are they? First of all, what is the purpose of an abstract? Summarize the main content of our paper concisely. What is the content in the abstract that write down? What is there? Main thing are there. The key things are there. Then help readers decide if they want to read the full document, because from this abstract they can understand it is of use to me or it is no use to me or less use to me. Then he can decide whether I'll go to this paper in details or not. Then you limit it this abstract to 150 to 250 words. Don't write 60 to pages or like that. It preferably one paragraph or it is 150 to 250 words. Then single paragraph. Write in present tense. That is very important. And what is the purpose of the research? That must be there in this abstract. Next, basic design of the study and the critical findings. What you got in this paper, and you never write the abstract from the beginning. So it will be done at the end of. See there, I give an example of an abstract. Suppose the role of renewable energy in combating climate change. Because I have given, so this is a neither a too small and not a broad area. So it is a balanced one. I already discussed on that. So what I am writing the abstract, the transition to renewable energy is critical for addressing global climate change. This is my first sentence. And this paper examines the effectiveness of renewable energy adoption in urban areas, focusing on solar and wind energy technologies. And a mixed methods approach was employed, including a survey of 200 households and a cost benefit analysis of renewable energy installations. And findings indicate a significant reduction in carbon emissions and long term economic benefits for urban dwellers. And these results highlight the potential of renewable energy to mitigate climate change and underscore the need for supportive policies to promote its adoptions globally. You can understand. So the people who are interested for the renewable energy and the role of this renewable energy combating climate change, it is a very interesting paper for them. They definitely will change their mind. Yes, we'll go for this paper. Then how do you write a strong abstract? Then what is the tips for writing? First of all, be clear and concise. Avoid unnecessary jargons like the detailed explanation is not required. The introduction you write. Then write it at the last, not at the beginning. Draft the abstract after completing your paper. Then avoid citations. Never put a citations in the abstract itself, right? Then at the end of this abstract, you write keywords, preferably 3 to 5 relevant keywords for indexing and searchability. Use preferably 5 keywords. It is a good one. Then we can follow some formatting rules like the APA or the MLA. Okay, check the font, the word count, and also style guidelines. What is this APA and MLA? I'm explaining you next. APA is the American Psychological Association, and MLA is the Modern Language Association. These are the two widely used formatting and citation styles. And we keep a comparison of that one. What is APA, where we use, and what is MLA, what is used. See, APA, it is a social science like psychology, education, sociology, business. We can use APA style. And this is focuses on author date citations, making it easier to track recent researches. But while going for this MLA, this is on humanities like the literature, language, history, and philosophy. That means all our technical things it will come under this APA. Okay, and prioritize pages number, etc. Citing. Okay, the prioritizes the page numbering and for citing. You get it now. Then while you are talking about these technical things, definitely we have to go for this APA. You clearly understand. Now, in text citations, how the APA appear, the author, date style, then the paraphrase will be say, for example, Smith is the author and this paper is published in 2023, and the quotation Smith and 2023 the year it is published and page number 45. Same thing while you are writing in MLA, you write author page style, here author data date style, then paraphrase is Smith 45, you are writing, you see just like chicken 45, then quotation Smith 45, like this you have to go for that one. Clear? For our technical things we always go for this APA. Then it is the work cited references example. For example, uh, given the comparison for this APA in the 7th edition, MLA in the 9th edition. APA, how to write the references for the book and how to write for these journal articles. Okay, I give an example for these journal articles and these books and other things you refer. And this MLA I'm not discussing in details. This is because we are focusing on this APA. For example, Brown L. For example, my name is G Jena. I write Jena, comma G dot. Suppose it is published in 2025, 2025, and the role of AI in education. This is the title. Then it is the educational technology. So 10, 3, the issue, 45 to 60 the page number, and the DOI number is there. You get it now? So like this, the citation or the references, we can put it there, right? Then the question comes, which style should we use? I told you that if you are going for a scientific or technical, you have to go for APA. If you are going for humanities and languages, literature studies, you can go for the MLA, right? So these are things you have to keep it. Then what is the keywords and how many words you have to write it, all the things. So keywords are specific terms or phrases that reflect the main topic or themes of our research paper, helping the readers and search engine to identify the content. Say somebody is searching something from the keywords, it can you can understand yes, these things is there in this content. Below are some example of keywords. Suppose the same paper I'm writing on this role of the renewable energy. The keywords can be the renewable energy, the climate change, the sustainability, carbon emission, and green technology. Like that, the for a thesis, you can write COVID-19 vaccine efficiency. So these are things you can take it as the keywords. Maximum 5 you can use it there. Then what is the characteristics of good keyword? You see, it should be specific. Avoid overly broad terms like education. Education cannot be a keyword, or health. It can be a keyword. Instead, use online learning platform. It can be a keyword. Okay, and the mental health in teenagers. It can be a keyword, right? So don't write education, IoT. IoT cannot be. This is the broad sense, right? The relevant. It reflects the main themes or topics covered in our paper. That is, it should be relevant. Then only you write. Don't abruptly or unnecessarily write something. Then commonly used consider terms that other researchers similar topics might use. Those are the things, and this is the characteristics of a good keyword, right? Then coming, we completed the title, we completed the abstract, we completed the keywords. Then we are going for writing the introduction. So how to write the introduction for a paper? The introduction of our research paper sets the stage for our readers, providing background and context while leading to our main argument or purpose. Here is a guideline. How do you follow the guideline? Here, first of all, capture the reader's attention. What exactly you want to do it here? Put it here. Provide the context and background on this paper. What prompted you to go for this thing? State the research problem or questions here. Highlight the significance of the study. Why the study is important, why this is important for you and for others. Then present your thesis statement or research objective. Here also you can put it. You got it now in the introduction. All these 5 things should be there. Then it is a good introduction, right? Say for example, for how to recommend for a strong introduction. First, keep it concise. Aim for about 10% of the paper's total word count should be here. Then avoid overloading with the details. Details is not required here in the introduction. Then match tone and style. See, ensure the introductions align with the paper's tone, whether formal or whether persuasive or analytical. That should be there, maintained. Then revise after writing. So when the entire paper is written, then you can revise it. Refine the introductions once the paper is complete to ensure alignment. That is the important. Right? Then what is the thing is there? The main purpose here grab the reader's attention with one of the following. For example, I can write a compelling statistics or fact, or I can write a thought-provoking questions. For example, I'm giving an example here. Over 8 million tons of plastic wastes are dumped into a ocean annually. Into the ocean annually. So this is a compelling static, or it is a fact, or a thought-provoking questions. How can urban areas combat the rising threat of air pollutions? So this draws the reader's attention. Okay, like this you have to plan. Then it provide a background for the information. For example, explain the topic and why it is important. For example, right, artificial intelligence is transforming industries, but its ethical implications remains unexplored. Okay, so ethical part is a question mark. That's why the readers definitely will be interested. Okay, something what is there, what this author has recommended here, or what he has written, you will be interested to see. define key terms or concepts if needed, and briefly review existing research or highlight the gaps, right? So these are things. Then state the research problem or the questions. Here, for example, clearly identify the problem your paper addresses. For example, despite its benefit, renewable energy adoption faces significant challenges in developing countries, including high cost and limited infrastructure. See, this concept is good, everything is fine, but high cost and the limited infrastructure is a problem. So this is the research problem or the questions we set it here. Like that, highlight the purpose and the importance. See, the study aims to explore strategies to overcome these barriers, contributing to global sustainability efforts. Right? What is the problem you face? How you are addressing that one? Highlight the purpose and the importance. Right? Then, then present your thesis or the objectives. For example, end your introductions with a clear thesis statement or research objectives. So, because you are going for the research objectives, I like it. The study 6, so you go for the first statement. uh, this paper argues that targeted policy interventions can significantly enhance the adoption of renewable energy in the low income regions. Okay, so this is a thesis statement we are giving. How we can go for that and how we can combat that one. See, targeted policy. Try to understand targeted policy interventions can significantly enhance the adoption of renewable energy in low income regions, because initially it was expensive and it was there in some metro cities, but now the rural people also they are able to go for this renewable energy. This is the things we are presenting here, right? Like that, in the introduction part. So, for example, I am giving an example. Say, renewable energy has emerged as a critical solution to combat climate change and reduce reliance on the finite fossil fuel, because fossil fuel like petrol, diesel, these are limited, and definitely in a day all the things will be finished. So, with global energy, the demand increasing and environmental concerns intensifying, the transition to sustainable energy sources such as solar, wind, and hydropower has become more urgent than ever. And despite the clear benefit of renewable energy, its adoptions in developing countries faces significant challenges. See, developed countries they don't have problem because they have technology, they have funds, but it is a problem for developing countries like us, including high upfront cost. Cost is important, and the lack of infrastructure. This is another second point, and a limited access to technology. All people we don't have access to the latest technology, and these barriers hinder progress towards the achieving global sustainability goals and exacerbate energy inequalities between the developed and the developing nations. So it is nice introductions. You can write it like this. And this study explores and all the things, strategy needed to enable all things here. And the findings of the study will contribute to ongoing discussions about sustainable development and highlight the potential of targeted intervention to achieve the global transitions to renewable energy. You get it now? So it is a complete one. Then most important thing is the literature survey. Now they are calling it the literature review. See, this is also very important things. Try to understand here. Literature review should be maximum 500 words, 250 to 500 words. Maximum it can be two paragraph. And you have to write the research gaps. Research gap should be 100 to 150 words. It is a single paragraph. And you write it point wise. The current issues must be tracked properly, and the identification of a good research gap ensures 70% chances that our manuscript is accepted, right? And our contribution, what we are doing it here, what you are contributing, put it 50 to 100 words, a single paragraph, that also write point wise. Try to understand. Your contribution is point wise, research gap is also point wise, and the literature review, that I will tell you how to write that one in the next slide, and be organized around and related directly to the thesis or research questions you are developing. Identify the areas of controversy in the literature and formulate questions that need further research. Then coming to the literature survey, what I told you that or review, these four things are very important. See, you are following a number of references you collected from IEEE transactions, maybe you Elsevier you collected. See how you write this literature survey. See who has written that paper and what he has written in that paper and why he has written that paper, or why he has done that research, how he has done. If these four things you addressed, sorry, if the four things you addressed properly, then even if that is a full paper, in a couple of lines, you can cover the entire things. There is no need to write for each paper one paragraph, then it will exceed the paper limit. You get it now. So I think two complete sentences is enough to represent one entire paper. You can write who, then what he has written, why he has written, or how he has written. This is enough for the literature survey. Then coming to the result and discussion, this is ours because what is the domain you are working, what is the algorithm you are using, and what is the result we got, that you write and you discuss, right? Then coming to the conclusion, explain what the research has achieved as it related or relates to the problem stated in the introduction. Then revisit the key points in each section. Then include a summary of the main findings with numeric quantifications and avoid using abbreviations here. Then provide benefits and shortcomings of the solution presented, your research and methodology, and suggest possible future research directions also in the conclusion. Get it now? Then what is the tip to search a paper? Because I am telling that you are starting from the scratch, you have no idea. This is the story I am telling to you, and you still you do not understand. Just go to the Google Scholar. Okay, just type the Google Scholar in any of the browser. Search the domain and topic related to your interest. I want to work on cloud. I want to work on something in cyber security. I want to work on IoT. What things you type a topic and a domain there. Then select 4 to 5 papers related to that topic. Download and maintain a folder with your name and date. Clear. Then take the latest papers, at least the last 4 years. Then select some papers from IEEE or Elsevier or peer-reviewed journals or the conference proceeding. These are things you take it. Some good papers you collect it. Then study 5 to 10 papers before writing the review paper. If you are going for a review paper, minimum 5 papers or maximum 10 papers you study. Then only you will be able to find the gaps and what is there and what you want to do or what you want to contribute. Then create all the references and chronologically and reflect in the literature survey. Is it clear? Then try to find the gap or future scope from this existing paper. Then think what can you contribute to fill the gap. Then explain 3 to 4 points of enhancement, addition, or innovative ideas. Try to incorporate 3 to 4 equations. You're writing mathematical equations, put some 3 to 4 equations. Try to include 2 to 3 graphs. Don't copy. You generate using the Python, using MATLAB, whatever you are compatible Java, you put it. Then put the results with neat diagram and elaborate your findings in discussion part. Right? Then while you are going for the documentations, go for the paraphrasing. You can use Quillbolt or so many softwares are there, so many you can use it there. Then go for the checking the plagiarism using Turnitin or whatever things are there. Then see your plagiarism restricted to 15% or less than that during the submission. Then for the template and formatting, you can use the LaTeX or you can use the Overleaf for paper template and formatting. Don't use the references which are not referred in your paper. Sometimes you get 40 references. I'm using 10. Then what is the fun of giving 40 references there? Don't use that. What are the references actually you are referring? That you reflect with proper citations. That is better. Don't use old references in engineering and technology. So put it for at least last 4 and 5 years. So 30 years back, 40 years back, something happened. A lot of research gap will be there. Nobody will appreciate that one. Then read the completed paper for spelling check, general English. Then check the technical part and continuity of the paper. Don't copy something here from Elsevier, another part coming here and put it there. This is all bullshit, right? Then if you are following all the things, then I think you'll be able to write a good paper. And I wish all the best for you and wish to see you as a author of this, as a author of paper in NCACT, that is the conference we are conducting during 23rd and 24th January 2025 at RIT Odisha. And thank you all. And in any query you have, please do send a query to me at drjijana@gmail.com. Thank you all. Thank you for your patience and listening to me. If I get at least some 4 to 5 papers, I will be the happiest person. And then my work will be success because what is the purpose I delivered these things, it will be success. Thank you all. Thank you for your patience. Have a good day. Take care of yourself. Bye.